Hello YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Kevin and this is the Red Pilled American. So Wisconsin has been in the news, my home state, and um, I do have a backup YouTube channel that's called the Red Badger Politics, which is similar to this channel, but it's more focused on Wisconsin politics. Made one so I can inform people here in my state here on what's going on for as well. So if you want to follow that channel, I would and support me there. For those who live in Wisconsin, be great for you guys. If you would and would be an honor if you guys could support my channel on that. And if you're just interested in knowing what's happening in Wisconsin, please feel free to check out that channel and subscribe. I'll post a link after the video. When the video is uploaded, I'll post a link to that at the bottom. So yes, and the reason I posted this here instead of Wisconsin is because this kind of made national news. Again, we're just in national news all the time, aren't we? And if it is, it seems to never be good. So I'm going to do a couple things. So I'm going to start with Tony Evers, and then for those who don't know, a judge was recently arrested. A Milwaukee Circuit Court judge was arrested. So Tony Evers has decided that he's not going to, Governor of Wisconsin decided he's not going to cooperate with the Trump administration's efforts in deporting illegals, particularly the criminals. Yes, the criminals. And Evers actually sent out a statement right here. It was reported by Dan O'Donnell saying that literally saying the administration is the Department of Administration instructed all employees to help illegal aliens evade arrest by ICE. So they're here, according to the document, comes from their own words. They're just saying, do not obey, do not answer questions, do not cooperate, which violates the law. Now, Don O'Donnell reported, if he does not rescind this directive, state employee will have to choose between federal arrest for shielding illegal aliens from ICE or disobeying a direct order from their boss to shield illegal aliens from ICE. So if I were the state of Wisconsin, this would seem to be pretty easy, but this memo does not. This very proficient question, just how many illegal aliens is the state of Wisconsin employing in violation of federal law? So we have illegals in this state that are employed. That's what this focus is about. So that's with Tony Evers. So there's the people who are working illegally, but you also have the criminal problem as well. So that's what's happening. So if I don't know if you have radio or I think Dan O'Donnell's on YouTube, so I would I could link his channel maybe to the bottom as well. I do recommend, if you want to know other options on state politics, he's really good at the facts as well. I recommend listening to him. He's in the Milwaukee area, but he covers kind of in detail what's going on. So I do admire him. I listen to him, on the way to work or on the way home from work a lot. I follow him on Spotify. So yeah, he posts his streams on there. So I recommend listening to him. So yes, Evers is not complying with cooperating with ICE and with Trump's administration, and Evers is breaking the law right there just by not cooperating. So that's with Evers, and now and I don't know what else to say. This guy is corrupt. This guy is so out of touch. Neither party's learned nothing. The establishment, the rhinos and the Democratic Party have not learned a thing with this election. Trump literally won because of immigration, the economy and immigration. And the biggest issue, they allowed 15, the last administration allowed 15 million illegals in this. And Trump's biggest pledge was to deport these. The first step was to deport the criminals. And Dems are going out of their way to defend. You have Democrats literally going all the way to El Salvador, I believe it was, to go get that gang member back. You have Dems defending gang members. MS-13, the most vicious gang out there. Man, I don't know if that's the strongest word. It's ridiculous. So the next thing, so that's on Evers, okay? And now I'm going to go on to the judge. I'm finally going to go on to that because this ties together. They both colluded with ICE. So for those who don't know, a Milwaukee judge named Circuit Court judge in Milwaukee named Hannah Duggan is under FBI investigation for allegedly helping an illegal migrant defendant evade ICE, who came to arrest him in her courtroom during the hearing from Friday morning. So she literally tried to hide. Said here, the defendant attorney was made aware, again, this was reported by Dan O'Donnell, made aware of the arrest and told Duggan's clerk, and then told Duggan she's allowed the defendant to hide in her jury room, which is normally off limits to everyone except the judge and members of the jury. You're not allowed to be in the courtroom, you're not allowed to be in the jury room. Only jurors are allowed in there. But she allowed him to go hide in there. To avoid arrest by ICE. So this was reported yesterday, it looks like. And yes, she's in an investigation, so I'm catching you up, but it was reported today that she was actually arrested today. So, and Kash Patel, what did Kash Patel say? Down. Yeah. Dan O'Donnell reported, according from Kash Patel, we believe Judge Duggan intentionally misdirected federal agents away from the subject to be arrested in her courtroom. The illegal's name was Eduardo Flores Ruiz, allowing the subject, illegal alien, to avoid an arrest. So he was going to be deported, and she stepped in and she got in the middle of that to try to prevent that from happening. This is ridiculous. And now she got arrested, and I don't know if it's official yet. I haven't heard official, but there's talk about maybe even Evers maybe getting some obstruction charges for breaking law by interfering with the administration. So this is ridiculous. Literally trying to help migrants avoid arrest, people. This is Wisconsin. This is what's happening in this state. While Evers is going off to the draft. There was a draft. There's the NFL draft this weekend here, and he's over there having a good old time pretending to be a normie, trying to get us to forget that he was doing this crap. That's why he's doing this, so he would forget about this, that they're doing this. It's all theater, people. So, this was I just got a report. This is what the judge. I'm gonna let you hear what the leftist judge, said in her own words. in regards to why she did what she did. And she said it was to use the law to advance social justice. So these leftist progressive judges don't believe what the Constitution says or the rule of law. They use the court to advance their agenda, which is in the name of social justice. But that's what they believe the law is. Their values are justice. So who cares what the law says? I'm going to do what I want, is what she said. So is she? So it sounds to me she's proud to be arrested. Now this was before she got arrested, but she's totally fine being arrested. So I'm gonna play this.
How we address our social issues, how we address our
so this is her speaking,
disputes, but also how we grow as people. The rule of law is premised on equal justice, but also we have evolved into due process. And it's really the due process. I, as a person who for a couple decades almost represented low-income people, it is due process that really equalizes those differences between people. If we follow the rule of law, which includes processing our cases in an orderly manner, in a predictable manner, in a manner that holds equal justice that we are promised and hope to have continue despite our differences, despite our class differences, despite our racial and religious differences.
So is she implying that this is racist? Of course they are. So that's it's a 3 minutes, a little long for now. So, but that's what she said. So excuses, she's using the whole due process, just like Evers was doing, due process. The FBI the ICE already had her. They already had the process. And I don't believe they get due process. And I don't, even if they do get due process, I don't think foreigners who really come here illegally should get the same due process they do as Americans do. If anything, they should get a tribunal, military tribunal, in my opinion. But either way, she's using that as an excuse to interfere because it's against the law, what she did. So, Pam Bondi, I'm not going to show... So, Pam Bondi it's on Fox News, and this is... So, this is... Actually, no, I'm going to quote what she said. The judge learns... Okay, this is what Pam Bondi explains, again, a little bit more clear manner so you can hear it clearly. Explains what really happened. Milwaukee judge Hannah Duggan, that led her arrest by the FBI. Judge learns that the ICE was outside to get the guy because he had been deported in 2013, came back into the country charged with committed these crimes, and the victim is in court. Judge finds out, she's out in the hallway, screams at the immigration officer. She's furious. So she screams, having a temper tantrum, visibly shaken, upset, then sends them off to take the chief judge. She comes back into the courtroom. You're not going to believe this. Take the defendant and the defense attorney back in her chambers. Take them out a private exit and tell them to leave, while the state prosecutor and victims of domestic violence are sitting in the courtroom. So she literally tried to have them escape. She told, take them out a private exit and tell them to leave. Run, basically. She has every right to be arrested. And at the end of the day, and why am I reporting both Evers and this? They all colludes. This is Evers' thing. He was encouraging employees and courts to protect these people from ICE, and she's doing that exact thing. You can't make this up, people. You cannot make this up. Wisconsin literally just voted for Trump, and this is what they're doing regardless. And you have these rogue judges. Trump already has, he has almost 80 injunctions already, trying to stop, especially on the immigration stuff. And I think they just some judges hit an injunction, struck an injunction on him that he can't require proof of citizenship to vote. Are you kidding me? Something's got to be done with these activist judges, because I'm had it with these activist judges, man. They can just strike their gavel and say, no, you can't do that. I think Trump should defy the courts. And if they impeach him, I think it'd be well worth it, because he's promised, whether people hate it or not, he took an oath to protect our people and to enforce the Constitution and enforce the law. And he's got to do what's right. So, and if they're going to have these openly obvious activist judges use their position to use their activism to stop him, then he needs to do it. He needs to do whatever means necessary. This is ridiculous. So, but yeah, that judge, I hope, I don't know, she's been arrested. She's going to have her due process now, but whether she actually ends up going to jail or prison or not, but she should definitely lose her law license, and yeah, for this, and I think serve some jail time. This is ridiculous. And Evers, I want to look at him too, because telling employees to don't cooperate with ICE, that's unacceptable. Wisconsin, we have to run a good candidate. Republicans, you got to run a good candidate, and we got to get this guy out too. We got to get this guy out. Right now, I'm not too confident right now with the way that RPW, Republican Party of Wisconsin, is being right now, because I don't think they have really much interest in actually winning. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, that's what happened. I just wanted to inform you guys that it's a pretty big deal. Let me know what you all think. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you like this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. God bless. Have a nice night. Peace out.